Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing a 3-3-3 reading. We're doing 3 things to expect in the next 3 months, and to do that you're going to be picking one of these 3 piles, or maybe even 2 or 3 depending on which ones you're the most drawn to. So let me introduce the piles for you today. For pile number 1 you have the Dalmation Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2 you have the Waite Howlite, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, you have the Sodalite, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, for today's reading, take a look at which one of these 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. But if you, however, feel drawn to more than one pile, or maybe all of the piles, trust your intuition. You know, it is your guide to the right reading. It could be guiding you to check a certain message or a certain prediction that you may not even know anything about, that you are meant to hear in today's reading. So whether you're just drawn to one, you know that's the one, several, or perhaps all, let it lead the way, because it is your magic that always guides you to the right readings. And so let it lead the way. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Today we're doing 3 things to expect in the next 3 months. All right, so let's get straight into it. We're gonna take 3 messages, or rather 3 predictions, meaning that we're gonna be doing 3 spreads to see exactly 3 things about what to expect, as I mentioned, in the next 3 months. Okay, so let's begin straight away. I've just finished shuffling your decks here. Wonderful. So let's start with your oracle cards first. So you have the shadow. Looks like there's some sort of very important shadow integration going on here in the next 3 months. I feel like it's some key months here where you have probably, it looks like to me, because they're moving towards each other, it's like you've been working so hard on a certain shadow, and it looks like in the next 3 months you're really integrating that. I see you're growing. You may even become a different person. There's great change going on here. Let's find out more. So you have Jupiter and Leo with publicity. Yeah, remember when I said I feel like you're presenting yourself in a very different way. You're really changing. So one of the things to truly expect in these next 3 months is that the way you present yourself to the world is going to be very drastically different than who you are. And do you see the hands pointing at the stars? Like everyone is noticing, everyone is pointing their fingers towards you, as in noticing you, okay, so describing you as someone impressive is exactly what I'm seeing. Describing you as someone who's impressive. You have 5 in numerology. That's the 5th house, by the way. But in numerology, it is a time of change. Great change. Drastic changes, as we can see here. All right, let's pick a tea leaf for you. And I feel like this one is sticking out. So let's pick it up. Oh, these are actually 2. So you have tent, temporary. You know what? When I saw the tent before reading, I was like, looks like this is a temporary situation. And that's what it says, temporary situation. So it's like you're at the moment. Oops. Okay, so you're not meant to get this one now. Lovely. So at the moment, it looks like you are at a phase of change. You know how when you're on a long trip and you want to sleep during the night, you set up the tent as a temporary home until you move to the next location. So I feel like these next 3 months, there are great transformations. I feel like you're moving just like the tent between one form of yourself to another. That's definitely very clear in your reading here. Okay, so let's find out more. So that's the first thing to expect in the next 3 months. This is a big drastic changes here. So you have the Seed of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. Definitely describing a new you, right? Page of Wands, a beginning of a new chapter, a beginning of a new journey. But with the Page of Wands, it's you beginning to be someone else altogether. Let's find out more about who this person is going to be or what you are going to be, and more information with regards to that. So you have the Five of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Wands. Very strong cards. You have, oh wow. You have the Knight of Wands. Again, a lot of court cards here describing you. You have the Knight of Cups. Wow. All right. You have another court card. Wow. This is certainly a reading about who you're becoming in these next 3 months. You have the Flower of Cups. That's the Queen of Cups. You have the Six of Swords. Wow. The Nine of Cups. And the Two of Wands. Something very that I see clearly here as the Seven of Wands landed in your reading. Yeah, it looks to me like you have worked very hard to earn that type of reputation that we're seeing here for you. I'll take you into that, but it looks to me like you went from a lack of something with the Five of Pentacles to going to facing this painful shadow. It wasn't difficult with the Seven of Wands. It was very challenging. With the fire, it looks like it burned. It was painful. It was not easy to look at. It was not easy to identify. It was not easy to, although you could see it with your emotions, it's not easy to identify. You know, it would hurt your eyes looking at it. And it was very painful. It's a shadow that brought you a lot of pain. So you went from lack to all of these court cards here. In fact, it sums it up with the Nine of Pentacles. It looks like this is such a drastic change because not only are you healing this shadow, but it's helping you become a part of yourself that you've always wanted to, you've always dreamt about seeing yourself in. So let's say, for example, you always wanted to be more confident in doing something, right? Let's say you wanted to be a great presenter, that you had a dream job and you wanted to be able to present your ideas very well, and you had to build your confidence. So not only is it helping you, in this case, heal the triggers that you may have had, but it's also helping you become the person that you've wanted, fully manifesting into the person what you wanted, because it no longer hurts. You're maybe no longer afraid of speaking confidently publicly, right? Or it may be like healing a shadow of pain, being sad all the time, feeling hurt. So again, we have the lack. Maybe you were healing some sort of pain over love or childhood situations, or maybe even trauma, and then you face these pains, you face these shadows. As with the crow here, you've heard spiritual messages, you've read, it seems like you've done a lot of work to face it, identify it, be okay in accepting that it was there and going through it. See, we keep seeing you not being afraid to touch the fire with the Knight of Wands here. Unbelievable. Not only were you not afraid to get into your shadow, but it looks here like you've done a lot, because this is what is the psychic ability that allows you to set things on fire, to create fire and set things on fire. Pyrokinesis. So do you see the difference here? Whereas in the past your emotions may have gotten the best of you, we now see that you are the one who's controlling emotions, bringing them when you want, you know, having control over them, being the one in control. And as you take control of how you feel and not allow it to take control of you, I see that you have really grown. We see your cards are really expressing who you're becoming, especially with the Queen of Cups. You become very a very emotionally balanced person. Six of Swords shows that you're healing slowly, and with that slowness, I feel like you're not rushing, perhaps you're not anxious, you're not triggered. Yeah, that's the right word. You're not triggered. You're taking things slowly because you don't have emotions pushing you to do things. You're doing it at your own pace. That's what I'm seeing. So we see you emotionally healed, and I see that because of that, there is growth in excitement that's happening. Perhaps these are new things that are going to appear in you that you used to suppress. You couldn't let out because of how you felt. And now that you're in control of your emotions, you know, you're calm, you're able to let that fun side of yourself out. And that's the part that's going to be released. That's the light that's going to be released, that perhaps your shadow was overshadowing it. And as that fun part comes out, do you see this angel, how it's pointing towards the star, giving us the understanding that you have a lot of people pointing at you, especially that this is in Leo. This is the publicity card, which talks about your reputation and how people see you, especially with the sun, of course. So people are seeing you in a very different light, like they're seeing you like a star, that you're rising. And the most important part about this reading is that within the next 3 months, you're fully embodying the energy with the Nine of Cups that you have always wanted to be. It's like you reaching your higher self in that area that you wanted to heal. This is allowing you, the Two of Wands, to begin anew, where you do things in your life in many different ways. Because now that you've unlocked that part of yourself, now that it's recognized and seen, especially by you first and by everyone, it's allowing you to do things in many different ways. Maybe it's allowing you to begin a journey here of either work or creating healthy connections or speaking your ideas freely. Yeah, I see many things changing, and I see in the next 3 months your path and your world is going to change as a consequence of you integrating this shadow and letting out your light. My dear pile number 1, congratulations on that huge change on that front. And you yourself, not everyone, you are going to see yourself in a way that you are going to be very proud of. Love that for you, my dear pile number 1. Let's now clear this spread and take a look at the second thing to expect in the next coming 3 months. All right, so let's take a look at the second thing to expect. Looks like, 3. Wow, that's a big one. Let's pick, I believe, this one. Let's pick this one. And let's take a tea leaf. This one, and I remember this one we didn't use from the last spread, fell straight up top. So perhaps it's meant to come up here. So a lot of oracle cards for this second one. Let's see what it is. So you have the bridge. Interesting. Okay. You also have Jupiter in Libra with negotiation. Again, we're seeing a bridge between two things here. Connecting two things, perhaps. Let's see. Okay, looks like this is going to be a cool reading. You have Moon in Sagittarius with optimism. Love that for you. Okay, and you have the Sun in Aquarius with idealism. Wow. Okay. That looks like a phone number or something, 7911. Okay, so let's take a look at your tea leaves now. Maybe it's communication, especially with the negotiation. Let's see. You have older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. And you have feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Let's keep them there. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. Right, so what is the second thing that you should expect next, in the next 3 months, my dear pile number 1? Okay, so you have the 8 of Swords, the Hermit, the 7 of Wands again, the 7 of Cups. You have the 8 of Pentacles, right? How about we, like that. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups, the World card. That's interesting. You have the Strength card, the Death card. Huge transformation, wow, in this area. What's going on? The World, Strength, and Death. Wow, that's a big combo here. This is a big situation happening in the next 3 months. Whoa, another major arcana, the Tower card. So when we say major event happening here, this is not an understatement. You have 4 major arcana following each other, and the only one up top is the Hermit. So this does give us a lot of information here. Major transformation happening. I see you moving away from a certain energy, and that's what the bridge is talking about. You moving away from something and perhaps getting into something else. And that's what we see with the 8 of Cups in conjunction to the World card. That was moving. 5 of Cups. Something was of a disappointment here. What is that disappointment? Let's keep it here for a second until we figure things out. So what is the whole story here? Again, we see a certain challenge with the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands, because these two energies are about feeling stuck to a point where you don't know what to do. You may have felt very helpless in a certain situation, and the 7 of Wands is a challenge. So I see that the Hermit card in the middle of these two energies shows me that you felt alone in these challenges, and you really didn't know how to take yourself out of these challenges. In fact, with the 5 of Cups shows that you were highly disappointed with something. Older woman, it could be the energy of a person. Maybe you were highly disappointed with someone or something. Let me take a closer look at your cards, especially that it says someone you know is undependable and insincere. I don't know. Maybe it's someone in your life who you had a lot of hope or belief in, who highly disappointed you. See, with idealism, you held them in high regards, and they used that innocence in you, that honesty, because the feather, it represents honesty and truth and justice, just like in ancient Egypt with the goddess Ma'at. So yeah, they've used your trust in them to deceive you or disappoint you in one way. This could be a person, or it could be with older woman, a situation that's been going on for a very long time, of maybe you putting a lot of your heart and soul into your work, and they disappointed you one way or the other. It could be a person. It could also be Yeah, we see the energy of you putting faith in something or someone, and they've misused that trust. They disappointed you. This person or this situation caused you a lot of pain. Do you see the fire that appears everywhere here in your reading? Yeah. They've caused at a certain point some tumultuous energy. Maybe you had to fight with them, or you had some challenging conversations, or confrontational conversations with them. This is certainly someone or something that misused your trust. You saw them in high regard, especially with older women. This could sometimes discuss someone who's in a bigger position, who used their position and power in a very wrong way. And it really shocked you at some point with what they were doing. Now, I don't see that this person, especially that the Tower card is towards the end of the reading here, but now you're calm. See, I love this Tower card because you can see the tumultuous waves of the bad weather and the fires and the thunder and the wind. You can see it through the green moving in this hill. But at the same time, this is a person who looks very serene. Do you see even their facial expressions? Let me adjust that so you can see it. So we can try to make you see it. Yeah, their facial expressions are very calm. They're very serene. So this person or this situation is not going to change, right? But that's not the good news. That's okay. Because I see you moving. Do you see how this Death card, my apologies, you're somehow leaving this person. 8 of Cups definitely shows that. Do you see the footsteps? You're leaving this bad energy, because you will realize that you felt alone in all cases anyways. Yeah, you felt alone in this situation. You weren't getting much from them anyways. I think yeah, I get what I see here, but moving on to what I wanted to say first, because we don't want to get in many messages at the same time. Do you see these animals? They move, they line up their shells from smallest to biggest, and then they do something amazing. They move because they've grown. Now they move each one from their shell to the bigger one, and from their shell to the bigger one. Each one of them leaving their homes to the smaller animal and moving into the place of the bigger animal. So I'm definitely seeing a movement going on here in the next 3 months. Could this be like a manager who you had a lot of trust in and misused this trust, where you're leaving them, leaving their department, leaving work? Could it be a friend who's always been there, but they've misused your trust and the trust that you've put in them to gain something temporarily that really hurt you? And I see you're moving away, you're leaving that person. It's I don't want to say iconic, but it's very like monumental time, because this person meant a lot to you, and it is going to be a big event here. Yeah, this person highly disappointed you. So I see with negotiation, optimism and idealism, I see communication going on between the two of you that will go in your favor. I see you winning this back and forth discussion, and you pinpointing, because the 7 of Cups is like sometimes could be a card of wishy-washy energy, not being able to identify things exactly, not knowing what you may want exactly. So I feel it's the kind of energy they put you in, you know, of sometimes lying so much to you to the extent where they build castles in the sky, they give you big promises, but then when the time comes, they gaslight you maybe, and they tell you, I never said that. There's a lot of insincerity and disappointment with this person. I see you amongst all of the tricks that they have up their sleeves, and how they keep lying about the truthful things that they, not the things that they call are truthful. And so you get lost here. Perhaps I'm imagining like an example of that energy could be someone telling you something nasty, like that's none of your business, or something really rude that they could have said in a kinder way, right? And then when you confront them and you talk to them and say, I didn't appreciate you talking to me like that, because you already involved me, and you asked me for my opinion, and when you didn't like it, you answered in a really rude way, and you told me to mind my own business, and that is not acceptable. Then they start gaslighting you and telling you things like, oh, don't take things out of context. I didn't say that. Or they tell you to, they keep asking you questions outside of the context. When you try to bring them back, they push you out. It's like all of these maneuvers and manipulations to try to gaslight you and to continue to be dishonest, to get away with their rude or bad behavior, to get away with not giving you the promises that they gave you. I see a lot of dishonesty going on here that may have kept you stuck. And I see you amidst these negotiations that are happening between you. Maybe it's on the phone. That's why I noticed it was it was kind of like a phone number, 7911. It's a part of a phone number. So it could just mean communication, or you may have a conversation on the phone. And I see this person trying to, again, change what they said and build castles with you in the sky. Things aren't clear with the Seven of Cups, It's all so wishy-washy. And despite all of that, I see you being able to clearly identify where the dishonesty lies, stand your ground and not be swayed back and forth. Idealism here shows that the situation is going to move to your favor. I see that you are going to have so much strength as you face this person, put your foot down. You might have some sort of power with you with the strength card here. I see you have some sort of power in this negotiation where they won't really be able to go full throttle. Maybe, you know why? You know what this could be? Because this person is so calm here. Maybe this is talking about, remember in the first part of your reading, you had so much control over your emotions. And look at this, look at this Tower card. Perhaps the power here isn't something that of a power that you have, like having another job offer, which could be the situation, or having the means to do what you need, which could be in your favor, by the way. But also, it's more about them not being able to trigger you, them not being able to have control over you, because you have control over your emotions. And that's the type of growth that I see that has happened, that have allowed you on the surface to present yourself. That's the new home you're going to, the new you, the new self that is allowing you to change the dynamics of the communication between you and this person. They're no longer going to be able to get away with what they used to do. And I see you've mastered that, because that's the Eight of Pentacles. You've mastered, my dear pile number one, your emotions. And so, yeah, it's like you're moving from one body to the next, how you're presenting yourself on the outside. This is certainly something that is going to be shocking for this person. And I see that you're winning now the negotiations. You're winning the conversation between you and this person. Now that you've had full control over your emotions and mastered it, that's what's going on here. And with optimism, it's kind of like you're happy because you're in the powerful position now. You're no longer feeling disappointed or treated unfairly. You feel like you have a lot of power and it's giving you happiness, because there's a limit to them now, that they can't cross their lines any longer. This cycle is ending with this person. You're winning this conversation. First and foremost, there are a lot of tools that you have, but most importantly, it is how you present yourself and how you discuss things with this person. And I think here, because there is stuck energy, do you see the Eight of Cups is lying in conjunction to the Eight of Swords, showing me that there are many factors, because of the cups here, there are many factors that you have crossed. You figured one thing after the other. So what is it that's making this person have that type of control over me? Is it their finances? Is it the money they're giving me? So perhaps maybe I need to look for another company. Is it to learn from them? Is it that I need to be able to move away from them? Are they doing a certain service for me that I need to find someone else to do that service for me? Whatever it is, your situation, I see that you have truly taken a good look at where they're twisting your arm, so to speak, and you have slowly, one after the other, taken away their power from them. But most importantly, on top of all of that, the winning card here is your control over and your master over your emotions. They don't get the satisfaction that they used to get when they played games the way they did, because it's not any longer having any type of effect on you by any means. And so this is a crossover from a troubling situation that was perhaps very challenging for you to deal with. You're finally crossing over this this type of energy in your life. You're moving away from it. It's the end of a cycle with the World card here. And you can take a deep breath, relax. You're moving away and enjoying the next new challenge in your life or next new endeavor in your life. So the next significant thing as your predictions for the next 3 months is that this chapter of your life is over, my dear pile number 1. So sweet. I love that for you. Let me clear this spread and take a look at the third prediction. All right. So let's see what is your third prediction for the next 3 months. So let's now pick a card here. I feel like this is the one that is popping out. Oh, these 2. Okay. Actually 3. That's weird. All right. Let's just take 1 tea leaf. I feel like I wanted to take 1, but these came out. So it is what it is. All right. Let's now put them on the side and take a look at what we got. Right, so you have Saturn in Aries with risk. Interesting. With 1, I feel like this is something new, like a new beginning. You're making some sort of risk in the next 3 months. You're doing something here. But with the key, it's calculated risk. It's like you know what you're doing, right? I see that this person is leading a bear on. It's scary, but you kind of know what you're doing. You kind of know what you're doing. All right. Actually, let's keep it here because we'll need the space. You have the Mirror. You have... Whoa! The Threshold. You're about to certainly get yourself into some risk. I see you. It's scary, but you're very ready to make that step. What is that? Okay. And you have the Vision. That's exactly what I'm seeing. You know what this is about. You know what you're doing. You know why you're doing it. And you know how to do it. There's a lot of wisdom with the owls here. It's calculated risk, right? And I see that you want to succeed. You've taken a long journey or some steps, and now you're ready to make like a bold move. With the hand gestures here, it could be some sort of secret. Maybe you're not telling so many people about it. You're holding it close to your heart and you're really feeling like, I can do this. Mirror is energy of reciprocity, you know. I see, first of all, with the mirrors that you're very honest about the type of consequences that this risk bears, and that you're able to, and if anything happens, you're able to keep yourself safe to a great extent. It's like you have something up your sleeves. Maybe it's a bold move that needs you to be financially secure, so you've maybe saved up for that risk, or that it's a risk in time and it's fine, you're willing to give away that type of time for it. Yeah, some sort of risk, but you're very honest about it and you're very prepared as well. So it's kind of a risk, but it seems to me, especially with the mirror, that you have been preparing a lot for it, because the mirror is kind of like seeing the truth, you know, looking deeply at yourself, or looking deeply at a situation, seeing it clearly for what it is, honestly and truthfully. And because you've taken a good, truthful look at this risk that you want to step into before stepping into, I feel like you're prepared for it very well, and it's giving you back with the mirror. I feel with the mirror like it's giving you right away, actually. You're putting effort, or you're putting money, you're putting something in, and it's rewarding you back. Because the mirror reflects light. So there is reciprocity, energy of reciprocity here. You have the lion, time to act. You're certainly taking a bold move. You have scale, and you see that. Keep your life in balance. With the scale, I feel like you've measured your risk very well. You've measured the consequences, and you have backup plans very well. And you have the owl. Do you see, again, good advice from a wise friend with the owl that keeps popping up in this part of your reading. You're very wise about what you're doing. In fact, it shows that you're making the right step here. Although it's risky, you're taking the right step. So let's get more information about this bold move. Okay, I guess that's how they should lie. Bold move, well calculated. Okay, what is this green card showing? It's and this one. So we're pulling a lot of oracle cards for this part of the reading. Love. I think you're gonna love for sure. First, the smart actions that you're taking, and you're going to love the results that it's giving you. And you have lily, spiritual love. You know, in my opinion, lily is the flower that keeps on giving, because, you know, the amazing thing about lilies, when you buy them, sometimes you can buy a bouquet of lily that's all closed, and day by day a couple or three of them open up, and it keeps opening and opening and opening for like 10 days or maybe even more. It's such interactive flower to have, and you form a bond with this bouquet and the flowers that open up, and you watch one of them small, and it grows and it opens up into this beautiful lily. Yeah, it's just so beautiful to me. In my mind, it's just the flower that keeps on giving and giving and giving, opening and opening. So I feel like really there's abundance here in whatever you're starting. You're starting the right thing, and it's just gonna grow exponentially. Whatever step you're taking here, it's going to grow in a direction that you're really going to love. It's going to be giving you back so much. You know, you're putting in your heart and your heart and I want to say your courage, and a lot of mind is certainly, a lot of planning and a lot of thinking has been put into this for sure, and it's gonna pay you back tenfold. Whatever it is that you're going to be starting next, my dear pile number 1. So bold move in the next 3 months that is right away giving back to you. That's lovely. Let's find out more. So you have the World card. Wow, I feel like it's really giving you everything that you've wanted from it. All the reasons you've started this, it will be giving you everything that you wanted with the World card. You have the Two of Wands. Yeah, we can see you here now starting a new journey, embarking on something new. But with the Two of Wands, it's mostly like preparation for that bold move. So yeah, because here I see a lot of energy about preparation. So a lot of the time during these 3 months is going to be preparation, and towards the end of the third month, or towards the 3rd month, I see you actually starting to reap the benefit from the preparations that you've been putting in. Okay, you have the Emperor. It's like you're building, I want to say, an empire. It looks like whatever you're beginning, you're expecting so many things from it. It's something that is going to stay with you. It's going to be something that you're going to build and be proud of. And it's going to be staying with you. And I see with the Emperor that you are going to be, I want to say, in charge of it. Depending on what this is, you're going to be in charge of it. You're going to see yourself building something and you're going to stand there and be proud of it. You're going to watch it working. That's the energy that I'm getting from the Emperor. You have the Harvest of Wands. That's the King of Wands. Again, this powerful energy of being the boss or being in charge. Look at that. Even with the Lion. Bold, strong energy of creating something and claiming it. Again, a Court card. You have the Queen of Wands. So what are the odds that you get the King and the Queen of Wands? King and the Queen of Wands are very powerful. Two powerful archetypes. And it looks like it came in the masculine and the feminine energy, because I see 2 aspects here. I see you moving with great strength and boldness and putting in the energy needed to make it happen. And with the Queen of Wands, I see that you're putting a lot of creativity into it. Also, one of the wonderful things about the Queen of Wands is that the Queen of Wands helps others as she's building her own territory or her own empire. And speaking of that, we have the Emperor here. So perhaps what you're building here is greatly helping others. Greatly helping others as it is helping you. And you have the High Priestess. Okay, I feel like we can take a 3rd row. So you have the 7 of Cups here again. You have the Seed of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. But with the seeds, I feel like you're planting something in the first 2 months. It seems to me in the 3rd, you're getting the result. Oh, I didn't open this one. I don't know what it is yet, but this is the card that's catching my attention. So what is that? 4 of Swords. You know what I love about the 4 of Swords showing up here is that there looks to be a lot of wands here, like you're putting a lot of energy into something, a lot of energy into that vision that you want, and then it looks like once you created, you're resting. So this is giving me actually a lot of clues. Maybe you're building something that's going to later work on its own, like building some sort of system, especially with the Emperor here. And then everything is going to going to begin to work on its own without you being too involved as you were in the beginning of this journey. That's really cool. So yeah, looks like these 3 months maybe are the months where you're going to be feeling the burn with the wands here, putting in all that effort, your heart, your soul, your body, your mind. You're really focused with love into that new risky beginning. But you are going to rest. When, we don't know, because this is the High Priestess. But again, with the owls appearing in your reading over and over, it's really depending on the decisions that you're going to be taking. And I see that you will be making very, very smart moves, wise decisions, wise actions. The owl energy is very dominant in this reading from different decks. Can you see that? And that's no coincidence. It shows that you will be making very smart decisions. And it seems to me like you have a vision with the owl, and you'll be able to uncover the exact dates as you work on it. See, as you work, the crow is looking at the owl. As you work, as you put in the heart, as you build that system within the next 3 months, you'll be able to see what you do not see now. And you'll be able to exactly identify when that resting state is going to happen. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your readings in terms of the 3 major predictions for the next 3 months. All the best of luck with this new bold move that you're taking. May you always be successful. I love that for you. I love how you're changing, and it looks like you're moving away from something that was quite challenging and difficult, as we saw in the second spread. This was your reading, my dear pile number 1. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity books. By the way, as I've been announcing, now there are other options to pay other than PayPal. You guys have been asking me about this all year, and now they're there. You can pay with debit card, credit card, so it's easy for you to pay in case you don't have PayPal. And if you're wondering, the Productivity Handbook is a book that really helps you become a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process, not just by being motivated in the beginning, but to learn key advice on really how to set your mind to become productive, to always get back at it, to always be it, and to enjoy the journey along the way. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books, and there's also the Productivity e-cookbook, which is a book that I've released a couple of months ago, and I've partnered with a nutritionist to bring out this specific area into your life where you get to eat healthy, delicious food, and the whole point is to be prepared in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. That's the whole idea. There are 210 recipes with clear instructions on how to create your meal. There's a clear picture, clear nutritional values of every meal. There's a vegan version. If you're not vegan, there are no duplicates in both books. Maybe you can even make use of both of them. And if you're interested in checking any of these 2 ebooks out, you'll find links to them down in the description box. And my dear pile number 1, I love the time that I've spent with you today. I wish you the best of luck in the coming 3 months. They look so cool. May you always be blessed. It's like new 3 months, new you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, as you know, we're taking a look at 3 predictions that are happening in the next 3 months. 3 predictions of things happening for you in the next 3 months. So we're going to do a spread and take a look at the first prediction, and then we're going to do second spread for the second and third for the third. All right, so let's get straight into it. I want to pick up a tea leaf for you. I feel this one as well, so I'm going to take it. All right, and now let's check what you have. For the first prediction, you have the king. Let me adjust that. Right. You have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. You have Venus again in Virgo with discrimination. Right. And I heard in my mind with discrimination, especially that there's detachment here, you're going to be able to discern or distinguish between something or the other. And that's why there's attachment. But let's find out more. Discern or differentiate. You have Mercury in Aquarius with originality. A lot of Aquarius energy, a lot of thinking, a lot of being able to pinpoint something out. Key, something key. Okay. Maybe that's happening to you, or maybe this is your thinking process. We'll find out as we take a look at the rest of your reading. You have Beetle with good fortune. I mean, the first thing that came to my mind with Beetle here was good fortune, and that's exactly what's on the card. And you have Beryl. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay, that's coming with good fortune. Wonderful to know. Okay, I believe now it's time for your tarot cards. So what is your first prediction for what's happening in the next 3 months? Ooh, the Emperor. Love that, okay? And notice the energies of the Emperor is very similar to the King card here. The yellows, the oranges, and the reds is in your Emperor card as well. So cool. You have, the Tower card. So this is something that is major. It's something big is shifting. And I love this Tower card because you think, oh my God, that's a disaster. But look at that. You have the Eye of Horus, which is the eye of protection. So you have a lot of ancient Egyptian mythology or symbols in your reading with the beetle here, which reminds me of the scarab. So that's why I thought of good fortune. And you have the Eye of Horus here. So big and drastic changes are happening. You'd think, oh no, not drastic changes, but you're being protected through these drastic changes. And in fact, you have the King and the Emperor showing that you're in a very good position with these drastic changes. In fact, let's take a look at that. 11, 11. Maybe something major is happening specifically in the month of June. Take it as it resonates, especially that June in the northern hemisphere will be the summer, perhaps why all of the reds and the oranges. Also suggesting great strength and groundedness with the root chakra. And also a lot of creativity happening with the sacral chakra. And a lot of energy and action taking with the solar plexus, right? So major changes happening, but as these changes are happening, you're safe. It's not like the bad changes. I feel that this Tower card wants to say. It's not like the bad changes because you're so stable with all of the reds here. It's divinely guided, but the transformation is happening in June, it seems, and it's happening to your favor, not against you. You have the Seven of Swords with futility. You have, if you're wondering why there may be differences sometimes with this deck on the keywords, that's because it's a Thoth deck. You have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups. You have Temperance with art. And you can see the yin and the yang. You have the King of Pentacles. A lot of kings in your reading. The Emperor and the kings. Wow. So cool. You're going to love this. Although in the beginning you might be going, uh-oh, you're going to find how this is moving to your favor in such a crazy way. Or you may be, no. This could also be interpreted in another way. You may be now quite worried about something that with the futility that will turn out to be something small. And in fact is drastically changing to some great fortune. That's exactly what I see. So you have the Prince of Pentacles. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Let's get 2 more cards here. The Nine of Wands. Again, we see the Nine of Wands, how you're highly protected here. We see it there. and you have the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is a card all about choice. You're making major choices, or you're making a certain decision, especially with all of that mental effort going on in your main cards. You're making a choice. You're making a move, it seems, in the next 3 months that is quite unique with originality. Maybe it's unique in the fact that you haven't done this before, or maybe it's unique because you're actually doing something that others haven't done. In all cases, whatever this is, take it how it resonates with you. It looks like it's moving you from the energy of feeling like you lack something to the fact that you have a lot of it. So there's, major changes in this area. I feel like with the art and temperance, you are rewriting your story in the next 3 months. You're changing your reality from something that you're really afraid of, it's burning here with the Ace of Wands, to using that energy to create something. It's like, okay, with the King and the Emperor here, I lack this, I'm afraid of it, and you're being discerning, you're thinking a lot, I see you thinking, I envisioned you walking and thinking, going maybe back and forth and thinking. There's so much energy of thought going on here. And you're taking power into matters and power into your own hands. And I see that with your... there's a lot of energy going on in these chakras in the next 3 months. Your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra. And you're moving, you're changing your reality here. Huge changes here. You're bringing balance into your life with the Temperance card by rewriting it. And with the Four of Cups, I truly see you hoping for more. In fact, it says luxury here. So it's like you're doing okay, but you have a lot of worries. You're doing okay, but you have a lot of worries and you lack something. That's the energy. Like you're fine, If someone asks you, "Are you okay?" You're like, "I'm good. I'm really blessed. I'm okay." But there are some things that are going on that I'm very worried about. This could be like worries at the back of your mind, like debt, or maybe some credit card payments that you need to pay, or student loans that you might want to pay. It may not be in the financial area. It could be like you're doing okay, but you're worried about the future of your career. You're worried about the future of your job or the job market. It may not be financial and career. It could be health, like you're doing okay, but you feel like something is hurting and you're afraid that it may not go right. So these are all just fears that you have in your mind. And I see you changing your reality. You're like, right. So I'm not going to sit there hoping for more so that I can finally overcome these worries and get the things that I've always wanted and feel very fortunate. You're moving your energy from going, it's okay, I'm well, and there are certain things that I'm worried about, and there are certain things that I would love to have in my life, to taking matters into your own hands in the next coming 3 months and going, right, so I want these things, I want to overcome these worries, and there's something that I can do about this. So in the next 3 months, you're really re-envisioning your future, and with the Knight of Pentacles in conjunction as well to the King of Pentacles, not only are you going to start taking steps here every single day, and Knight of Pentacles is steady steps, You're doing something about it every single day, and it's growing within these 3 months. Believe it or not, you're going to be very fortunate in these 3 months, especially that you have the King of Pentacles, and you will start seeing great results. And that's why you have big energies here of the Emperor, the King of Pentacles. So within the next 3 months, you're divinely guided. Something significant is happening on the 6th, maybe on the 6th of June, but something significant is happening in June. And you are like, right, I'm taking matters into my own hand. I'm beginning this journey so that I go from I'm doing well to my dreams and to overcome the things that I'm worried about. And so you're building a lot of strength and You're building also here, similar to pile number 1 with regards to your boldness. You're building boldness here. You're like, right, I'm gonna now get up and do more because I deserve more. So that's why you have it in conjunction to the Lovers. And the Lovers card is a card all about choice. So you're making new choices. You're following these choices, taking small steps every day. And the wonderful thing is that as you're re-envisioning your life, you're changing your fortune, and you'll be able to see major results during these 3 months. So my dear pile number 1, all the best of luck with that. Major change. That's why you have the eye here. It's like to understand that these are good changes and not scary ones. You're overcoming your worries, protecting yourself from them by making a move, by being bold. Right, so that's exactly what I see as the first thing to expect in the next 3 months. You starting something, making a big bold, and sticking to it every day, every day, every day, and seeing the results of it within the next 3 months, perhaps especially in June. But this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't have to be in June. Take it, of course, as it resonates. Could be the 6th of some month. Okay, so let's now clear your first spread and take a look at the second prediction. All right, pile number 2. Let's take a look at your second prediction. All right, so we have that. Looks like it's this one. And let's take 2 tea leaves. Right. Let's see what you have. Ooh, so you have the healer. All right. Interesting. Pile number 1 also had a section about healing. Looks like there's something perhaps astrologically that is happening for maybe everyone. You also have Mars in Taurus with defense. Perhaps something was stubborn and you're healing it. It could be something that you're healing either physically or maybe even like mentally, or something with regards to the shadow. Let's see. Let's find out more. You have woman. Whoa, this looks like a healthy person. Perhaps you're healing something physically. Maybe you're healing your complexion. Your skin is glowing. Dealings or relationship with a woman. And you have egg, like maybe a rebirth in your health here. There is some sort of reset going on. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So I'm very inclined to think that you're really healing something in your physical body. And there's a rebirth going on here. A reset button is what I heard in my mind. So maybe something was going on here with all of the snakes. Maybe you were complaining about something. Maybe you had headaches. Maybe you had issues with the skin. Something when maybe your stomach was hurting you. But I see that there may have been an underlying cause that you weren't seeing. And as you fixed something here, I'm presuming your diet. I could be absolutely wrong. Maybe it's your mental state, you know. Maybe it's not the diet at all, although the egg here is appearing. But then it could also be mentally, you know, something mentally. You've healed something, and because you've worked on doing something like working on your mind, healing how you feel emotionally. Not only are you glowing and feeling healthy, but also along with that, you've cured something that may have been going underlying all of this that you may not have even noticed. With the egg, you can't see what's inside. You didn't know that was going on. So you're healing something big here. Part of it, you know, and whatever you're seeing on the outside could be the consequence of you healing something underlying that you didn't even know was there. That's the energy that I'm seeing here. Great health. At the end of the day, great health going on for you in the next 3 months. So lovely to know for you. Pile number 2. Okay, so you have the 3 of Swords with sorrow. Something wasn't right. Yeah, you were sad about something. Also with the hair and the flowers on the hair, maybe there's regrowth in the hair, maybe hair loss. Something made you sad. Some physical pain or sorrow. Could be talking about healing some sadness, healing mental, like a mental situation. With regards to your mental health is what I want to say. And as you heal that, you are glowing. Yeah, that keeps coming up for you. You have the 8 of Pentacles. And the interesting thing here, it could be a combination of diet and mental health. You also have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I was just saying collaboration with something. 3 of Pentacles is like a combination of different things happening at the same time. And the 8 of Pentacles, we see food again. Are these apples on a tree? Yeah. So you're making healthier choices in the next 3 months. Oh, look at talking about collaboration. You have the 3 of Cups with abundance. You have the Queen of Cups. The Prince of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Hermit. The 5 of Pentacles. You have the Princess of Pentacles. That's the Page of Pentacles. And you have the Hanged Man. Interesting. So I see there was some sort of sacrifice here going on, like how your mental situation or your sadness, along with your diet, was sacrificing something important to you. And with the hair coming down, it might be the hair, it might be the body. And I see that you're creating new life, because this Hanged Man is hung by the key of life, the ancient Egyptian key of life. And the ancient Egyptian key of life, when they say that someone dies, they get into the real world. They believe that they move into the real eternal world where they get to live forever. And when that happens, their Ba, which is their creative souls, unites with their Ka, which is the spirit that lives in the body and makes you create and do things. Now they're united into the key of life, showing that they've got rebirth into their real world, into the world where they get to live eternally and happily. So there's some sort of rebirth here happening, a change in the situation where something that was sacrificed, either your beautiful skin, because this is a beautiful woman here, a beautiful figure. So whether, of course, you're a man or a woman, or however you identify yourself here, we can see that someone is glowing. In the next 3 months, you're no longer sacrificing what is important for you. You're taking care of your mental health greatly. I see that it's like you're defending it fiercely, you know? I feel like you're no longer getting perhaps yourself into a cycle of hurting yourself, or maybe remembering your sorrows, because sometimes the 3 of Swords has to do a little bit with victim mentality, because in the beginning of when you're sad, it's really important for all of us to feel these emotions and mourn and cry it out. But then at some point it starts becoming where we start reliving these emotions. We go from the cycle of release to the cycle of reliving that sadness. And sometimes this is what the 3 of Swords expresses, you know, tearing our own hearts apart. So I see that you're really defending your mental health greatly this month, and you're changing the diet, and together this amazing collaboration is showing in the physical world, in your physical health with the Pentacles, and is showing up also in your emotional health with the 3 of Cups. And I see you becoming very balanced emotionally during these 3 months with the Queen of Cups. Perhaps you have gone through something traumatic previously that you're really focused on healing these days, and especially in the last 3. Oh, I heard the last 3 months. I was going to say the next 3 months, but I said the last. So maybe you've been working on it previously in the last 3 months, and you're going to be continuing to work on it in the next 3 months. Maybe these are major improvements that have been happening this year up until the next 3 months. And I see that you will heal and be balanced emotionally. And you're finding your life back, emotionally and physically, for sure. Page of Pentacles here shows that you're starting anew. You're starting anew, enjoying these beautiful benefits. How you look, your skin, your hair, that glow factor to you. And you're also enjoying the benefits that... greatly enjoying the benefits of the healed mental health, the efforts that you've been putting in. I see you here with the Hermit. You know, the Hermit shows how one goes through a journey to find themselves, it's introspection until you find the light, right? And so here I see with the Hermit card that you've really grown through a long journey of trying to find yourself. That's why you have a rebirth of the Ba and the Ka. You found yourself here, pile number 1. It was a long, slow process with the Knight of Pentacles, but you were very adamant about it. Perhaps adamant about your nutrition, adamant about your thoughts, because there's defense here. You were very protective of your thoughts. You're no longer maybe allowing it to lure you in, to ruminate, to go back to revisiting things that used to hurt you, or emotions that kept you feeling stuck or afraid. I see that you've been very adamant about this, and because of all of the effort that you've been putting in, the next 3 months you're finding freedom in so many ways. You're glowing inside out these next 3 months. It's really good news because you're healing so many other things in your mind and in your body that you didn't even know were there. You know, like as you're healing your mental state, you're really healing things that you were holding in your perhaps subconscious mind for years that you didn't even know about. So great healing going on here for you, my dear pile number 2. In the next 3 months, and I see you overall, like I said, glowing and being very happy, emotionally balanced. So sweet, pile number 2. Okay, so let's now check the third prediction for what's to happen in the next 3 months. All right, so let's take a look at your third prediction. I feel this one. Let's pick it up. And this one, right? Beautiful. Let's also take 2 tea leaves. Well, plan is 3, I guess. All right. So let's see what you have. Ooh, you have the shape shifter. Look, this energy has been very persistent the last couple of months on this channel. And if you've been seeing Loki in your readings for a long time now, it's not Loki because I'm not using this deck, but then the shapeshifter comes. So looks like there is shape-shifting energy here happening for you. That's why you kept getting Loki, because I did notice that and you guys noticed as well, that Loki showed up a lot in your piles. So you have the shapeshifter. This is strong energies. It looks like something is about to shift and change drastically in your life, starting with the next 3 months. So let's find out more. Ooh, you have the sun in Sagittarius with enthusiasm. Okay, so cool. You have tree, affairs with your family. You have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And you have horse, short journey. Okie dokie. This looks like major energy. I would say, taking a look at your cards so far, before we take a look at your tarot cards, so there's a major shift happening in your life, and it's a big one, because you have the shapeshifter energy. It's changing form of something in your life, making it's happening in the form of some new beginning. You're maybe starting something, or you're creating something that you are in a very short span of time create huge stability in this area of this life. So of course, with the sun and Sagittarius and enthusiasm, this looks like great news. I see you celebrating with so much energy. I feel you feeling fantastic. I see you being very happy with the results that are happening here. Yeah. So you're maybe starting something so creative, yeah. And in a short span of time, it's going to grow exponentially and be very stable. So happy for you. Pile number 3. Let's find out. Sorry, pile number 2. Let's find out more about this energy for you. Okay, so you have the Moon card. You have the 3 of Cups. You have the Prince of Pentacles again, the Knight of Pentacles, right? You're very busy these next 3 months, my dear pile number 2. I mean, you're working on your health, your mental health. You're working you're very persistent. I'm noticing in your reading, throughout your reading, you have this persistent, stable energy. You're not the type of person that begins something, is motivated in the beginning, and then lets it go. No, Knight of Pentacles keeps showing up for you and shows that you're someone who loves to grow. I mean, look at what you're doing. You're working on your health, your physical health, your mental health. You're working on a new project. You're like really busy, pile number 2. Love that. Okay. You have the 7 of Swords again. Didn't it show up? Yes, I'm pretty sure this showed up in the beginning. This was about, wasn't that the theme of your reading in the first place? We're reminded here. Oh my God. Looks like that, yes, we did. Didn't we just talk about you not being too happy and worrying about some things in your life? I see that new beginning is related to what we've seen in the first part. Perhaps we'll get more information about this specific prediction. So I see in your reading you didn't get 3 predictions. Maybe there's more to it, and that's why it's considered a 3rd prediction on its own, but it's certainly related to the first part of your reading, because you had the Knight of Pentacles, which showed up persistently in every spread. But you also had the 7 of Swords, which reminded me of the whole spread straight away. Yeah, so we're getting more information here, but it looks like this is a prediction in and of itself within this specific move that you're making. Oh my God, you're certainly starting something in the next 3 months that's going to shapeshift your whole life. Do you see that? Same energy, different cards. You have the Hermit. Again, we see the idea that you found a way. You may have been lost and you found the way in so many areas of your life. These are key months for you. You have the 3 of Wands with Virtue. You have the 6 of Cups with Pleasure. You have, the 4 of Wands with Completion. And if you're wondering, how is that? This is a Thoth deck. But yeah, it's like I see you stepping on a milestone, or finishing one milestone and moving to the next. So that's what's going on here. Although this is a big dream, you're seeing results within these 3 months, and you're stepping on a milestone within the next 3 months of this big dream. That's why it's short journey. Didn't we notice that in the first spread? How cool is that? You have the Ace of Pentacles. You're creating a new beginning for you, a solid new beginning for yourself. And you have the Hierophant. And notice the birth here. the conception of a child. Maybe some of you are actually going to have a child, by the way. That's very specific for some of you, especially that you have the tree twice here with the child. So, or maybe you're forming a family, by the way, and having a child. This is very specific for some of you. But in all cases, the tree here represents a lot of stability in whatever you're creating here. Right, so with the Six of Cups, after that effort that you are going to be putting in, after this milestone, you're really celebrating this achievement, and it shows you that you're capable of greatly shifting and creating that dream that you wanted when you first thought about it in your mind. So I see your spread here expanding on the prediction of that first milestone, and how you're really going to be celebrating it, how you're going to be happy to see the seed that you've planted grow into something stable. I see here with the Hermit that you will be able to understand how your journey looks like, how you're able to expand it, and what you need to do to make it grow in the way that you want. I see that you have control, because you're beginning with the Moon, where you're not sure what you can do. It's still a dream. It's still a concept in your mind. And you know, with the Three of Wands, you've begun and you're dabbling here and there, trying to understand more about it. But within 3 months, you would have been able to put something together, see it working, be excited and celebrate the fact that it did work. I keep hearing in my mind this, yes, it worked. And now that you know what it's about, how it's done, because you've worked diligently on it, it's a solid new beginning for you. You understand now exactly what you need to do to further make it grow. It's going to be giving to you for the rest of your life with the cow here. Very loyally giving to you as you expand it, just like the mirror in the first part of your reading. As you give it, it will give back to you, and the more you want to expand, it's going to be able to be flexible and expand with you in the way that you want. This is a huge move, my dear pile number 2. That's why it keeps showing up in your reading. The third prediction is just mainly focused on that milestone that you're creating during the next 3 months, and how it's giving you the vision. That's why you had the owl, I remember, and how that is now giving you the vision on how you can make it expand and rest, because I remember the High Priestess was in conjunction to the Four of Swords. So I remember that factor of you being able to rest, because now you have a vision of what to do, and exactly what needs to get done, allowing it to expand for you. Big shapeshifter energy. And if you've been seeing Loki over and over in your readings, this is perhaps why the synchronicity of seeing Loki over and over is, I think, is a premonition, or like showing you, is a symbol. No, not a symbol. I want to say a sign showing you that there's great what's wrong with me? Shape-shifting energy going on in the next 3 months. And I feel like I've been stumbling in my words, almost mimicking the excitement, the energy of excitement that is apparent in your reading. My dear pile number 3, sorry, 2, maybe you're meant to see 3. My dear pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, you see the excitement. I'm stumbling, but I feel like it's really mimicking the energy of enthusiasm. So this was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. So excited for you guys. May you always get the best and transform your lives like that. All the best of luck with that. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. By the way, a lot of you have been... Actually, I've been getting emails every single day for a year now, asking for other payment options like debit card and credit card, because there was only PayPal. Now there are other options. And if you've been looking forward to getting your book, now is the time. And if you haven't heard about the productivity book before, it's really an amazing book because it helps you become a productive person, not just now, but for the rest of your life. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it or waste time reading it in the first place, but really it'll help you understand key concepts, secrets, and advice on how to become a productive person straight away, how the successful people think, how the people who are adamant about creating the things that they want, what do they have on their minds, to shift your perspective on so many things and be able to achieve your goals and your dreams constantly. It's really about also enjoying it and not pushing on yourself too much, to enjoy the journey. So if you want to check it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook, and I've released a couple of months ago a productivity e-cookbook, which I have collaborated with a nutritionist to bring out 210 recipes for you guys to enjoy that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes. That's the whole idea, so that you have the rest of the day to do what is important for you. There are clear instructions, clear nutritional values, a clear picture of what to expect. And also there's a vegan version. If you're vegan, you can get that version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks because there are no duplicates. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And if you're interested in this ebook, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, all the best of luck with what's to come. It was so exciting doing your reading. I wish you the best. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hey pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Today we're doing 3 predictions that are happening to you in the next 3 months. All right, so we're going to be doing 3 different spreads, one for each of these predictions. And let's begin with the first one. I can already see your 3 cards, your oracle cards. Let's begin with that. So you have the Creator. Wow, love that. That's an energy that came up in another pile. So you have the Creator. Maybe you're doing something creative. You're working on something creative in the next 3 months. Let's find out. You have Mercury in Taurus with resistance. Okay. And you have Man, dealings or relationship with a man. You have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. And you have Tree, affairs with your family. Disregarding the writings on the cards, the pictures are showing me something very different. I'm seeing that in the next 3 months, your creative forces are in full power. And it looks like in the past you were trying to finish this creation. It's either like with a brush here, you could be either writing a book, you're drawing something creative, you're creating something with your hands. In all cases, I see that there was a lot of resistance and bad news in the past months or maybe years. You were trying to bring something together, you're trying to be creative with something, you were trying to work freely on something, but there was some resistant energy or stubborn energy with the Taurus energy here, and you weren't able to get full effect of what you wanted to create. Now with the Tree appearing, it's coming full force, and it's going to become very stable. So you may be writing a book that will create a solid income for you. You might have been trying to create something, but with the stubbornness here, the ideas weren't coming to you, and now it's just flowing. In fact, with the Man here, this could be showing that perhaps you yourself, without meaning to, have been standing in your own way to make this great creation. Spear in the heart could mean that you could have been tired, you had a lot of things to deal with in your life, you may have been going through a heartache, you may have been discouraged because you felt that the energy wasn't flowing. maybe you've been putting a lot of effort into it as well, and it was just stubborn. It wasn't moving. So there were many factors, it seems here in the reading, that was affecting you. Like the shadow here is dissipating. That was affecting this creative force. I see in the next 3 months, things are clearing up and you're able to create freely without this type of resistance. And you will see a lot of blissful growth in whatever you're touching. So it's almost like Midas touch. What you're going to be doing in the next 3 months are going to bring in a lot of abundance for you. So whatever, if you have a lot of projects in mind, I feel like your spread here is definitely showing you that your energy is opening up. Whatever you want to begin, whatever you want to start doing in your life, this is a very favorable time for you. If there are routines, if there is a book, if there's a creative project, if there's a side hustle, anything that you wanted to always begin, the next 3 months are going to be very favorable for you, because it's going to bring you a lot of success in whatever you begin or put your hands into. My dear pile number 3. Beautiful reading. Let's find out more with regards to the specific prediction. All right, so you have the Lover's card. Let me adjust that. Okay, yeah, we have to be careful with the new YouTube rules. Right, so you have the Lover's card. This is a choice that you are making. You are choosing to create something in the next 3 months. 1, 2, 3, yeah. You have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is energy of reciprocation. This shows the idea of what you put in will come out for you, will give you results. You have energy of reciprocity. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Something is growing here. That's wonderful. You have the Seven of Wands. Love that for you. You also have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Magician. Wow. I'm telling you, there's good energy in the next 3 months for you. It's like what you create is going to manifest into what you want, the results that you want. We keep getting that energy here in the spread. You have the Queen of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, and you have the Eight of Wands. So I see with the Eight of Wands in conjunction to the Two of Wands that what you're considering here, what you're thinking about, what you've planned for with the Page of Swords, maybe even in your mind, like, I really want to do this, I want to begin this, I have the skills for it with the Page of Swords. Whatever you're contemplating on beginning here will quickly give you results with the Eight of Wands. You'll be creating a lot of momentum, and as you're working, it's going to show you more. Do you see how this figure is shedding light on something? And it shows me that as you are overcoming the challenges, as you're working in this creative project, you'll find what these challenges were, what was standing in your way. You'll be able to understand more and fix it. And so this energy is going to be dissipating, and you will start watching what you're creating grow right in front of your eyes. The Seven of Pentacles, you've put in the work, and now you're waiting for it to grow. Queen of Cups. I kind of feel for like a sudden here that someone is receiving a prize. So maybe you're like writing a creative book that where you're getting a prize for, winning some sort of competition for. This is very specific, but what else could prize show? Prize could show that you're reaping the results from this creation. This tells me that you were expecting something small that would have made you very happy, but instead you're getting so much more than what you expected. Let's say forever. Let's say, for example, maybe you're getting something, you're getting results forever with regards to this project. It did come out random. So let's say, for example, that you're painting just like the figure here. Maybe you're doing something artistic. Maybe you're writing a play as well. So let's say you do a certain painting and you put your heart and soul into this painting, and it's very intricate, and it took you months to do. For example, you were hoping to sell this amazing piece of art for a certain price. Let's say you're like, I believe my painting is definitely worth $1,000, right? Here, this is saying that you're going to be getting way more than what you're expecting. Maybe like a website is going to tell you, right, we want to be using your art now, and we want to be paying you a huge lump sum for that every single month. You put it in the website and you keep getting money for it every single month. Something like that. You know? Or you're expecting a certain amount, like $1,000, but then comes someone who loves and appreciates art and goes, wow, I cannot believe you've created something like that. It speaks to me in a way you cannot imagine. And this is someone who's very wealthy and believes that you deserve way more than what you are setting it as. And they decide to give you instead $15,000, you know? So what you're creating in the next 3 months is going to get you results that are exponentially way bigger than what you imagined in your mind. And as you're working on it, there's a lot of details about your work here on this project. You'll find yourself to be very skilled. Because the magician is a skilled person, so you'll find yourself with some sort of power that you didn't realize. Like you're writing, for example, a book, and you are able to find great information that you didn't think was going to be in the book in the first place. They reveal themselves to you. Studies maybe reveal themselves to you. History, like new discoveries come out as you're writing the book. Or that you're able to put things together in such a brilliant way. Whether this is art or a book or whatever it is that you're creating, as you're doing that brilliant project here, you're going to discover things, yeah. So discovering things like information that can help you overcome the challenges that you didn't know what to do about. I see challenges because we have here speed. So challenges with time is overcome. Challenges with maybe information, resources, you name it. The challenges that were standing in your way, especially with the resistant. Oh yeah, especially with this resistant energy, you're able to overcome it. You're going to be able to overcome it, and you're certainly getting huge unexpected results with what you're creating here. Please, if you have something amazing in your mind, I don't even need to say please, because it looks like you picked up your pen and you picked up your tools and you are beginning. You're doing something here. Or maybe not beginning. I don't get the energy of you beginning something, to be honest with you, in this pile, because there's resistance. So it's like you were already working on it or thinking about it. Maybe planned for it already, started already, and there was resistance that's going to fade away. Man reminds me of, creating a name for yourself. Like your name is going to be known because of this project. It's going to be credited as great work or labeled as great work, and people will remember your name with what you're creating in the next 3 months. This is exactly what I see as your first prediction. Let me clear this spread and take a look at your second prediction for the next 3 months. All right, let's begin with your second prediction. I feel like this one, and this one, and this one wanted to fall. So let's see what these are. Okay, next deck. What are we getting for you as, oh, thanks, as your second prediction? Oh, these are 2 actually. Okay. And tea leaves. We'll take, looks like 3, right? Okay. So let's see what you have. The bridge. This came up in another reading. In another pile, I mean. The bridge. You have the shapeshifter. Interesting. This came up in another pile as well. Maybe your pile, because this came up in pile 1, this came up in pile 2. Pile number 3, maybe you're meant to watch the 3 piles. This is a 3-3-3 reading after all. So maybe if you were drawn to them, I would highly recommend it. Okay, so you have the sun in Scorpio with endurance. You have the moon in Scorpio again. It's double Scorpio energy and double 8s. Wow. Yeah, the house of the Scorpio. A moon in Scorpio with power. And isn't it interesting that you have the shape shifter and you have the 8th house twice? That's the house of transformation. So we see something greatly changing, I believe, in the summer. And with power here, I believe that this huge transformation is making you shift from one phase of your life to the next. Like, this could be your standard of living, or this could be your position at work. This could be moving from something that's not comfortable to something that's more comfortable. Yeah, some major transformation is happening for you in the next 3 months. In the northern hemisphere, it's going to be the summer. So, yeah, the beginning of the summer. So, yeah, take it how it resonates. Because we're doing a reading about the next 3 months. Of course, this is timeless. So in all cases, with timing especially, take it how it resonates. Right, so you have Saturn in Aquarius with eccentricity. And I feel like this is trying to say that events are going to unfold in the weirdest ways you would not even have imagined. Persistently taking you from one level to a great level that you want. Huge transformation with giving you some sort of power. You see, do you see this card here? And you see the power card right underneath it. So this magical shift and transformation is giving you a lot of power. You're going to stand there and go, my God, who would have thought that there's going to be shift in the situation, a huge shift in the situation like that. Who would have thought that there would be turn of events in this way that would take me from living my life in this way to living it in a completely different way just in a matter of 3 months. So yeah, I'm seeing that type of energy here for you. How about we push this up a little bit and move this one here? Yeah, this way you can see them. Right, let's see what you have as your tea leaves. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. Chair filled, I kind of feel like for a lot of you, you're getting a new position. That's for sure. Yeah, some of you are just getting a new position and you're like, wow, I never thought I would be sitting on this chair. I would be taking this leadership role, or I'd be moving to this place, something like that. But may I tell you, there's a lot of power, it seems, in this new position or this huge shift that is not just unexpected, but it's coming in the weirdest way. Let's see how this is going to happen. You have hammock. You're so relaxed, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Maybe some of you are taking a vacation, but again, taking a look at the whole spread, I would say that you've worked very hard in the past to try to get something, and you'll probably laugh at how easily and in such a relaxed way it's happening now, although you put in the effort before, you know? You're like, how funny. I mean, when I put in that effort, it was stubborn. But now that I'm relaxed, it's just happening. That's the energy that I'm reading here. Perhaps that's what's funny and weird that we see here in your reading. And you have bridge. Oh my God. What are the odds? I'm mind blown. Successfully overcoming a problem. Yeah, your cards are definitely reading that a huge transformation is happening in your life in the weirdest way, and where although previously you put in that effort and you would have thought you would get it this way, but funny how the universe sometimes works. Now that you're like taking things easy or something, it's you're getting it. You know, you're pursuing something and you're maybe trying to do something, no one's interested, or you're not getting the opportunity. Now that you're just chilling, you're getting it. I wonder what this is, but this reading is so cool. Let's find out more about this. We'll pick up your tarot cards. So the first part of your reading, we were talking about you birthing something, you creating something. Yeah. Yes, we did, didn't we? So maybe you worked. Oh, aren't things adding up? Remember, there was stubborn energy in the first spread, wasn't there? And we see that here. And now, all of a sudden, it's just working out. So these two piles could be talking about the same thing, but we're getting different information here. We're focusing, the prediction is about that power that you're getting as a consequence of things working out, as we saw in the first spread, and that you're getting a lot of blessings because of it. Let's find out more. So now you're getting it, you're getting some sort of power. We did see that you were creating a name in the first pile, didn't we? Okay. So you have the Ten of Swords, end of a hard cycle, for sure. An end of trying to endure, and you're just crossing over very easily to the next phase. You have the Five of Swords. See, the Five of Swords has to do with either being defeated or winning. And I read both energies, taking a look at the whole spread. Where in the past you could have felt defeated, and now you feel like you're winning in the same area. Two of Pentacles. You have the Hermit. The Four of Pentacles. The King of Wands. Ooh, Judgment. Let me adjust that, because again, with the YouTube rules, it may not be okay. So, yeah, the Judgment card. And, oh, I feel this one as well. And the Knight of Swords. Wow. Charging to the front. Moving forward with speed. What is this? The Four of Swords. So what are we seeing with regards to this? So cool. I see that now things are working out. You will be making a choice between two things. The choice that you will be taking will help you rise even more. It will be the right choice, and it will put you again as someone credible. It will further give you credibility, this choice that you're taking. So now that you are in the strong position, I see you studying something. You're like, should I go this way, or should I do this? Should I do that, or should I do this? And I see with the Hermit card, you are taking an educated decision, like you're really thinking about this and making the right choice. And once you make that decision, you're moving and you're not looking back. and you're moving forward with great strength because you're so sure about that decision that you've taken. And your image here is rising as a consequence even more because of that decision that you are taking. Isn't that interesting? I see that you're able to take such a clear decision because I see rest. With the Four of Swords being at the bottom, I see subconscious mind. You're very stable. Like there's a lot of mental stability to you. So this could be like some changes maybe happening in the outside world, in your circumstances, or some shifts, and maybe everyone is afraid, so they make one choice, but you're like very stable here. You're not taking decisions out of fear, but you're rather thinking. You're like, right, so these things are happening. Okay, let me think about which direction I want to take. You're going to be thinking about it calmly in this new position of power. And you are going to take the right decision, further making people trust in you even more and hold on to you, ensuring that you are the right one in this position. So let's say, for example, you're working in a company and there are a lot of maybe economical changes with the pentacles that are happening. One would think, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that very quickly. But you're like, wait, let's not be hasty. Let's think about these changes that are happening in order to take the right decision, not now, but also for the future. How about, instead of going this route, how about we let this be for a while and focus on that until this side is more stable, something like that, you know? And I see you taking a calculated decision, and you're able to think very well, very brightly, because you're calm. You're not taking in this unstable energy. And once you take that decision, as I mentioned, you're going to move forward with strength, and you're going to be successful. And for this reason, people are going to be maybe clapping or cheering for you, as you can see with the Judgment card, looking up to you, further believing that you are someone who is in the right position, you deserve this place that you are in, and they will be holding on to you. I remember in your first spread as well, so that's the second prediction. In the first prediction, we saw that this resistant energy is dissipating and you're getting a lot of results, blessings, as a consequence. You thought you were going to get a small amount, but you're getting a much bigger amount. So maybe you thought, if this is a position where you're hired for a certain role, maybe you thought you were going to get an X amount and you're getting like 5X or 10X maybe. Or maybe 8X, who knows? I don't know. But first of all, you weren't expecting to take that amount. You weren't expecting for things to run smoothly all of a sudden. And you weren't expecting to, or maybe you were now, that things are moving. You're now being put in a good position, making great decisions, and people holding on to you, being a leader even more. Such a cool reading. My dear pile number 3. That is the second prediction that I see happening for you in the summer, if you're in the northern hemisphere. If not, perhaps towards the end of the next 3 months. Okay, let's now find the third prediction to expect in the next 3 months. All right, so now let's take a look at your third prediction. Okay, I see these 2 cards popping out. I also felt like this one wanted to come out, so let's take it. I think it's this card as well as this one. And let's pick out 2 tea leaves. I'll take, I wanted to say 2, but you've got 4. Okay. Let's put this on the side so that we have space as we do your for your reading. So you have the sustainer. There we go. You have, the seed. This makes me believe that you're manifesting a new beginning here and you're gonna start planting it. Isn't that amazing? You know, this working with clay to create something reminds me of the ancient Egyptian god Khnum, who creates human beings using clay. Now, the interesting about Khnum, the reason I'm mentioning him is because Khnum is the Ba of Ra, or the sun, which means the creative force of the sun. This makes me understand that you are thinking in your mind about a new beginning that you want to plant. It's shifting in the ether, it's shifting in your creative mind at the moment, and in the next 3 months you're going to plant this seed. Let's find out more about it. So you have Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. How about we put it here so that you have space, yeah? You have Venus in Leo with affair. I feel like we have to be careful with the rules, so yeah, we have to be careful. So Venus in Leo with affair, and you have Jupiter in Scorpio with manipulation. Now that is coming together. I mean, manipulation, affair, extremism. We have to take a look at this. What does this mean? I feel like you're overcoming. You are thinking of taking a different direction from an energy that has betrayed you and was extreme in the way they treated you or manipulated you. So this is a new idea brimming in a creative idea brimming in your mind, and you're actually, or brimming in your mind in the next 3 months, and you're going to take a huge step to deal with this manipulative energy in your life. Let's find out more. But this is going to be a powerful move here. Way more powerful than this unfair energy. You have bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Man, dealings or relationship with a man. Yeah, I feel like this has to do with someone for sure. That's what I thought of as well. Someone in your life is being really unfair. And with bread, I feel like they're hungry for something. Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. So here I see there's birth, yeah. You're starting something. Well, we have a month, March. Well, if you're watching this now, it looks like you may be actually taking action towards the end of March. That's going to create a huge transformation because, again, here you have 8 and 8, which shows, again, that there's huge transformation in this area as well. March. This seed is in March. Of course, this is a timeless reading. If you're watching this later, then please take the timing as it resonates. Take it as something starting this month. So this person was feeding off of your energy. Feeding off of your energy means that maybe they were jealous of you. That's feeding off of an energy, or trying to benefit from you or get a reaction from you. The feeding. But they took it to the extreme. And I feel like with the extreme behavior, they're gonna make a wrong move, that manipulation is not going to be able to take them out of it. I feel like it's like they're, what's the expression? Putting a nail in their own coffin, or... Yeah, that action is going to be the final nail in their coffin. I'm not sure yet how this creative force is happening here in March, because it looks like you will make use of this wrong action tactfully, with the creative force here, tactfully, to take yourself out of the situation or to do something for yourself. March is a big month with regards to this manipulative person. It's going to come to a great benefit for you. Let's find out more. How interesting. Okay, so what's going on here, please, with this story? Ooh, 8 of Wands. This is happening very quickly. 8 of Wands. The Chariot. Things are moving. Ooh. Okay. They did put the final nail in their coffin for sure here. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. You're liberated, because this is a card of independence. You're liberated from stuck energy. Wow. 8 of Swords. They were keeping you stuck. 3 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. End of the cycle. The Moon. Things are going to be revealed. I think it's the final nail in their coffin, because they're going to be, with their action, they're going to reveal their intentions. Maybe to other people with the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you see? Others, you're shedding light, showing others the real intentions of this person. Oh. King of Cups. 2 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is the row of the results. Ace of Swords. And the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, this is a big story here. Let me try to figure out, what's going on here. You're going to be using this to your advantage, planting a seed and redirecting the information, redirecting the route of the information that this person was taking, shifting people's perspective on what their intentions are. See, ending this situation, really, with the 10 of Swords, this is you ending this unfairness and excessive behavior, extreme behavior forever. And it's starting towards the end of March. Things are moving at that time. I can really see that you are starting anew, because you have a birth and you have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords, a constant energy of new beginnings. However, there are other things going on here. You might find that despite of the fact that everyone is going to see the light and be supporting you with the 2 of Cups, that there's someone with maybe hidden intentions with the Moon here that will be wishy-washy about admitting to what this person is doing, although they can really see you stuck here. This person, like I mentioned, has bad intentions or hidden, not bad, I don't know, hidden intentions. So if you see that happening, don't feel stuck. You're already liberated with the Queen of Pentacles. Here you already have people standing by you and supporting you, right? You've already gotten here the new beginning. This person the best that they can do is to be floating on the situation. Like, they're not gonna be totally against you because everyone is standing here with you, but they're not going to be supporting you either. They may say a couple of things here and there about how this person didn't mean it. Maybe you are overseeing something, you know? They're not totally on your side, but not totally on the other side as well. Given that they have bad intentions and that they already see that this person is falling, they're not fully on their side either. But they do have something to benefit, being a little bit more on their side and not on yours. So yeah, expect that someone is going to be a little bit wishy-washy, and really don't focus on that energy, because if you do, it could make you stuck. So forget about this person, let them, be. At the end of the day, this cycle is ending for you. You're done with this whole situation. And I feel like this creative force here, you're going to tactfully present your ideas and showing how this was extreme, how this was unfair, how this person was feeding off of your energy, and things are shifting and changing very quickly with regards to this situation. You'll see a great movement. You'll progress in this area, finally being able to move forward, especially with the support that you're going to be getting. And look, if you're wondering, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and a new birth here shows that you don't need to worry about this person. Focus on your new beginning, because you will be enjoying this independence. My dear pile number 3. See, having Kunum as the creative force of the sun means you're going to be enlightened and very smart and creative with how you're able to present exactly what they have been doing, because the manipulation here, when we see manipulation, we understand that someone isn't being honest. So there are games, right? Games of deception with affair here. And it's been extreme. They've taken it too far. And you're going to be able to present your case very tactfully, ending this cycle with the Ten of Swords, ending this person's capability of feeding off of you completely, and getting support for you and helping you finally start anew. You no longer have to deal with this energy. Like we said here, you're independent now. You're able to move on with your life. I'm so sorry about this situation, my dear pile number 3. But if you have that energy in your life at the moment, don't be afraid. The next 3 months, this energy is gone. Forget about it. I feel like the universe is really going to give you the tool to be able to finally show your innocence in this situation, show how you've been manipulated, get the support, free and liberate yourself from it. And I wanted to say something here. Yeah, and finally clear your name and be able to start anew. Oh, yes, I wanted to say that this person will no longer, a wonderful thing here, that's why I have an emphasis on a beginning, is because this person will no longer be able to play these games or do whatever they were trying to do in the past. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see for you, what to expect in the next 3 months. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity books. And by the way, I know a lot of you have been asking me for a whole year now, is there another way to pay for these books other than PayPal. Now there are other options on the channel, on the website. There's a debit card, there's credit cards. You can now pay in the way that is suitable for you. I'm happy to announce that. And if you want to check out my productivity book, this book can really help you become a productive person right away. It's all about changing your mindset to the right way of thinking, helping you pursue your goals, not just by being motivated now, but really learning how to be productive and enjoy this journey at any point in your life, and to always tick off and achieve your goals. If you're interested in checking it out, it's all about enjoying this journey. You'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And there is also the Productivity e-cookbook, which is a book that I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love to bring out 210 recipes of healthy and delicious meals. And the whole point is that they are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. There is a vegan version. There are no duplicates. And so if you're not vegan, perhaps you can make use of both books. There are clear instructions, a clear picture of what to expect, and of course, clear nutritional values. I'm sure you're going to love this book. It has been done with love. And together, I believe with these two books, you really learn how to become productive, tick off your goals at every point of your life, and enjoying the journey along the way. And so if you're interested in checking any of these books out, you'll find links to them down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, it was a real pleasure. Such an interesting pile full of cool events happening in the next 3 months. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.